विदेशतारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेमपदाय कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरवते नमः। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमस्ते कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विश्वभानुसुते देवी परमानंद वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धु नमः वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So nice to see all the devotees. So today we are going the 17th chapter of the first canto.
Yes.
And till now we have so many chapters. But before we go ahead, some revision from the last 16th chapter. So we would like to speak some revision of the 16th chapter. Yes, anyone?
Yes.
Remember when a bull is asking the earth that why you are unhappy, and then the earth says yes, left. And who is the bull? Okay, yeah, Suman Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah.
When Pandavas
Hare
retired,
Krishna.
then Parikshit Maharaj was made the king, and he used to go here and there to check the welfare of the living beings, not only the human beings but the animals also. Then he saw that one bull and cow, they were beaten by the Shudra in the king's dress, and then he asked bull that who made this condition of yours, that he was trembling on one leg. Then he said, he didn't say anything. He said, I'm really bewildered that I don't know, maybe my past karmas, or but he didn't mention that.
No, this part will come today. No, this part will come today
Okay, Prabhuji.
of past karma.
Acha, okay, Prabhuji. Then, but they didn't speak anything about, they didn't blame anybody. And then that it was, then Parikshit
Yes.
Maharaj said, this is the dharma. Yes, yes.
Yes. So basically, we saw last time Parikshit has grown up, and after Pandavas retire, Parikshit is going all over the world to see that somebody is doing miscreant or not. So king should say that there should not be any problem in the kingdom. So Parikshit is going to where? He went to all kingdom, and then he found the bull who represents Dharma. And also he saw the cow, who's the earth, crying. And there was a conversation between Dharma and earth, the bull and the cow. And the cow is saying, because Lord Krishna has left, she is feeling her separation. And also she is suffering because so many unscrupulous people have come due to the Kali Yuga. So there, till there, we saw the conversation in the thing. Now the 17th chapter starts, and today is going to be one of the most important sessions. So hopefully devotees don't miss it. But why is one of the most important sessions? Because we generally have a tendency to blame. But whole session is about don't get into blame game. Right? When reversals come, difficulties come, how do we act with it? And how to develop forgiveness, how to develop tolerance. So all those qualities we are going to learn. कैसे हम सहिष्णुता सीख सकते हैं जीवन में, क्यों जब हम पे परेशानी आती है हमें दूसरों को ब्लेम नहीं करना चाहिए. तो इससे बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट ये सेशन है जो आपको सीखने को आज मिलेगा. So please be attentive. This 1 year, this give this 1 hour and you will learn so many things. And also, this is the 17th or 18th week we have started this. जैसे गीता के 18 सेशन हुए थे, तो आज ये भी 18 सेशन है, और 2 सेशंस और बाकी है, 18 19 चैप्टर का। और आगे क्या करेंगे अब तक मैंने तक डिसाइड नहीं किया है कि कैसे आगे हम करेंगे, बट दिस इज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट चैप्टर, 17th चैप्टर. सो लेट्स बिगिन हियर. I hope all of you are eager to know. Please write in your chat if you are eager to know today's session. How don't get into blame game. So this was sign. This is a Kali Yuga, the Shudra king. This is a Kali, due to which all there. And there's a bull lying with 3 legs cut. There's a cow. And here Parikshit is this cow. So Parikshit observed the Shudra, the king dressed as a Shudra, was beating Shudra. And he says, in absence to Lord Krishna Arjuna, your action is heinous and you deserve to be killed. Then Parikshit asked cow and bull there. Parikshit asked bull to tell of the perpetrator who's causing you difficulty. Bull gets confused. And what else? So Parikshit Maharaj observed that a lower caste Shudra, dressed like a king, was beating a cow and bull with a club as if they had no owner. See, now the owner rejects the cows or the bull, and then butchers captures them. So previously it's not Gopala, it's called Go Raksha. Dharma of the Vaishyas is to do Go Raksha. The Dharma of the Brahmanas is Shama, Tamasha, Tapasha, Shanti, Rajnade, Jnana, Vijnana, Astikyam, Brahma, Karma, Svabhava. The same way, the Dharma of the bull, the Dharma of the Vaishyas is Go Raksha Vanitya. Go Raksha. You have to protect the cows, not take milk and send them to slaughterhouses. That is happening in Kali Yuga. The bull was as white as a white lotus flower. He was terrified of the Shudra who was beating him, and he was so afraid that standing on one leg, traveling and urinating. The cow was having tears in her eyes and she was distressed and weak. Yeah. Somebody read online? Give different chants to different devotees.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Please read.
Maharaja Parikshit, well equipped with arrows and bows, spoke to him, the Shudra, with a deep voice.
Yeah, sounding like thunder.
I can't read it. Okay, sounding like thunder. Who are you? You appear to be strong, and yet you dare kill within my protection those who are helpless. By your dress, you pose yourself to be a godly man, king, but by your deeds, you are opposing the principles of the twice-born Kshatriyas. Do you dare beat an innocent cow? Therefore, you deserve to be killed.
Yeah, so he's saying, so thank you. So you dress yourself to be godly man, but you beat an innocent cow. Therefore, you deserve to be killed. He was asking, Parikshit is telling, now this who is the Shudra? He's Kali personified. And Parikshit doesn't want Kali to get escaped. Yes, you can read.
Then Maharaj Parikshit said, the bull, who are you? Are you a bull as white as the white lotus, or are you a demigod? You have lost 3 of your legs and are moving on only one. Are you some demigod causing us grief in the form of a bull?
Now for the first time in a kingdom well protected by the arms of kings of the Kuru dynasty, I see you grieving with tears in your eyes. Up till now, no one on earth has ever shed tears because of royal negligence.
See, that time Kshatriyas were so good that nobody will suffer. Nobody will suffer in my kingdom. Everybody will get the justice. asking, in my kingdom, how could you suffer? And that's the mean. See, why Kshatriyas have power for this purpose. They will protect everyone, that nobody in the country is unhappy. That Kshatriyas will say. There. They will move around and make sure. Somebody repeat online?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah, please say.
King Parikshit said, "O son of Surabhi, there is no need to fear this low class Shudra. And O mother cow, as long as I am living as the ruler and the subduer of all envious men, there is no cause for you to cry. Everything will be good for you. O chaste one, the king's good name, duration of life, and good rebirth vanish when all kinds of living beings are terrified by miscreants in this kingdom. It is certainly the prime duty of the king to subdue first the suffering of those who suffer. Therefore, I must kill this most wretched man because he is violent against other living beings."
Uh,
Thank you, Prabhuji.
so see, now, just like government should not leave the terrorists. So they have done a good job by killing the terrorists. So the king duty is anybody punishable, he will immediately punish them. And if king hangs a murderer, like suppose somebody kills somebody, and the king gives him a punishment, so that that way he's doing compassion, showing compassion to that murderer. Because somebody kills, they have to suffer in the hell. But if they get punishment from the king, then they don't have to suffer in the hell. And others also understood, hey, गलती करी तो मार पिट पड़ती है. Then they also don't commit. So that is why it is king's duty to punish the wrongdoers. So government, see, God has given the right to whom to punish. The government has given the right to punish people that is there. And if government punish innocent people, then also they are punished. It's their duty to punish people who are wrong. Network problem. Yeah. This my, I hope my voice is so now you could find 1,000 enemies single-handedly to specify the personality of region and the earth. He took up his sharp sword to kill the person who was the cause of all evil. Now, before that, what happened? He asked, first Parikshit asked the bull. First Parikshit asked the bull, who is the cause of your suffering? Because you should not punish somebody unless his fault is being declared. But being asked by the bull that why are you suffering, bull did not directly tell. Bull got confused. Why bull got confused? That is something very interesting point here, which you'll see from Srimad Bhagavatam. So Dharma Uvacha. So Dharma uvacha etad vaha pandavayanam yuktam arthabhyam vacha yesham guna gune krishno datya adya bhagwan pita. This verse just spoken by you befit a person of the Pandava dynasty, captivated with the devotional God of the Pandavas, even Lord Krishna performed duties as a messenger. And then he says, it is very difficult to ascertain the particular miscreant who has caused our suffering. Because we are bewildered, by all the different opinions of theoretical philosophers. So he's saying, how do I tell the philosopher? Hey, very amazing. Here, bull is beating that Kali is beating him. He could have directly said, "No, this Kali is beating me." Yes or no? But why he's telling, I'm confused. Because this bull is who? Dharmaraj. See, there is a concept why suffering comes in this world. Why we suffer in this world. If any suffering comes, if I ask what is the cause of that suffering, what we will say?
Desire. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Because of desiring.
Okay, desire. That's the main cause. But what generally will say why the suffering coming?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, because of past karma.
Karma, because of previous karma.
Yeah, generally as a philosophy, we speak about karma. So now, if somebody is troubling me, so is the trouble is coming due to that person or my own karma? I don't understand point. Now, this bull is bitten by the Shudra. So now, bull is confused whether the Shudra is killing or my own karma is coming or why this is happening. He's getting confused. At everyone's point. Now, in our life, when somebody troubles us, we are very sure that this person is the cause of my trouble.
Yes.
There is no doubt, right? If suppose somebody is troubling us, what he is troubling me. It's very sure, right? Isn't it? We'll say or not say that he is troubling me. We don't okay, this. But since it's Dharmaraj, because though we talk about karma, we don't believe in karma. Though we talk about karma, but we do not believe in karma. How? When people trouble us, then what we don't say it is my own karma that people are troubling me. What we say? Due to him the trouble is happening. So we talk about karma, but when it comes to life situations, we don't believe in karma. But this bull is not like that. This bull is not like that is the Dharmaraj. So he's getting confused. Why am I suffering? And he tried to think about different philosophies. We talk about suffering. So let us see here what bull thinks about what are the cause of suffering. So say there are many bewildered by all different opinions of theoretical philosophers. So generally there are 6 different philosophies. Shad-darshan. How many have heard about Shad-darshan? Shad-darshan in Indian philosophies. You heard about? Okay. Yeah. What is Shad-darshan? Have you heard about Shad-darshan or no?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Kannada, Nyaya, Sankhya, Patanjali Yoga Sutra, Mimamsa, then Vedanta. So these are the 6 Shadadarshan. And we should know the 6 philosophies also. What are the 6 philosophies? See, now today we talk about Big Bang Theory, we talk about evolution, we talk about things come from matter. So all these theories have been already given by the philosophers before. So Nyaya talks everything in terms of logic. Then theory of Kanad, Vaisheshika theory, it talks everything comes from atoms. Then comes Sankhya. Sankhya talks about everything is made of 24 elements, Prakriti, there, and talks about Atma, Prakriti and Purusha. So but it doesn't talk about a supreme Lord. He thought the cause of everything is the atoms. Then comes Patanjali Yoga Sutras. We talk about the Paramatma, the Vasanas, that the cause of problem, Karma Mimamsa. That cause of our all problem is karma. And finally, above all this theory comes is Vedanta of Srila Vyasadeva. And Srimad Bhagavatam is a natural commentary on Vedanta Sutras there. So the Vedanta says that yes, the karma is called, but above karma is who? Supreme Lord. And Supreme Lord is the one who can even remove the karma also. So everything is happening by the will of He is the one. See, if there is no judge, can somebody give a punishment? There has to be judge or not judge. So law doesn't act without a person. You have seen that? Law doesn't act without a no, voice is breaking. Let's say man. It's not. Okay. Okay, is the voice clear now? Is
Yes,
the
Prabhuji,
voice
clear. Yeah,
okay?
it's clear. Thank you.
Sorry, the place I have come, the network issues there. So yeah. So what we was talking about? Huh? This there. So Vedanta is the some conclusion of Bhagavatam. We talk about is, for example, a law. Can law works without a lawmaker? No. If a judge is not there, a pronounced law will work or not? Any judge takes a bribe, then the law is changed or not? There. But Supreme Lord cannot take a. In Supreme Lord's management, no bribe is given. Proper judgment, right? Proper. But person is required. So Vedanta acknowledges that nothing in this world is going independently. There's a person behind it. That's the we're talking about. That. Yeah. So Canada is specific. First is Imams and the direct cause of their suffering, Lord, no one will take trouble upon them. Yes, so hopefully now it's in the network. It should be. Yeah. Yeah. So,
Prabhu, do you want to try switching to a mobile hotspot or something? Wi-Fi.
I changed to mobile hotspot. Yeah. The point was saying, so this karma, the philosophy. So here, Papa is saying that devotees do not blame other people because devotees perfectly know what is the reason. Yeah. No one could inflict trouble upon them. According to Padma Puran, our present trouble is due to the fructifying of sitting sins, but even those sitting sins also gradually fade away by execution of pure devotional service. Right. Now, finally, what happens? So he says some of the philosophers who deny all sorts of duality declare that one's own self is responsible for his personal happiness and yes, there's nobody else is there. Others say that superhuman powers are responsible, while yet others say that activity is responsible. And the gross mentalists maintain that nature is the ultimate cause of what is happening. Now, what happens? And there who some believe that nobody can know that what is the cause of distress by argumentation. Now he becomes very happy. Parikshit Maharaj becomes very happy. And Parikshit Maharaj replies, Raja Ovacha, please repeat after me. Raja Ovacha, Kya Dharmo Si Vishrupadrik Yata Dharma Krita Sthanam
Dastanam.
Sapi Tat Bhavet Dharmam Brahmishi Dharmakya. That you are Dharmraj only. Why? They say, O king, you are in the form of a bull. You know the truth of religion, and you're speaking out of the principle that the destination intended for the perpetrator of a religious act is also intended for one who identifies the perpetrator. You are no other than the personality of religion. So, what does it mean? It's a very deep statement. How many of you understood what is being said here? Right? So, did you got it? What does it say here? Difficult to understand. So, if you blame somebody the cause of suffering, so you also get further karma. Suppose we are suffering something and we blame the person who's giving us suffering, we increase our karma. Like example, if a postman comes and delivers you a fine of 50,000 rupees, you become so angry you slap the postman only. So what may happen? Anybody, any answer? What may happen?
Will be
get
probably arrested. One more fine.
And one more fine. Right? Very simple point to understand. Now, why this 50,000 ka fine came to us? Huh? Because we did a mistake, right? Therefore, 50,000 ka fine came. And postman is just bringing my own karma to me. He is not the cause of that fine. Like nowadays, if you break a traffic rule, you don't wear a helmet. 1,000 rupees ka fine ka chitti aata hai, right? So the person who is bringing the chitti, is he the cause? No, I'm the cause. Now, same way, if somebody is troubling us, who is the cause of that suffering?
My mistake.
Huh? My mistake. But if I start blaming him, then it's like slapping a postman or not. What do you think about this logic? Any questions upon this? It's a very, very, very subtle principle it is.
Adding one more karma.
Huh? So, because of this, we keep creating more and more
Karma.
So we keep creating more and more
Karma.
karma, right? There. And because of that, we get in the cycle of birth and death. And that's what it's saying. Then don't blame the perpetrator of your own karma. So who is responsible? So I'll show you one more video. Very nicely, it predicts why suffering comes in our life. Only thing we don't realize this. When it comes, we don't map up what is my karma. We forget. I didn't wear the helmet. And that's why the finest. Say in one devotee's buy 2-3 cooks use and 1500 रुपए का फाइन आया. Cooks were going very nicely without helmet. उन्होंने फोटो खींच के बताया 500 रुपए का फाइन this day because हेलमेट नहीं पहना. तो किसने नहीं पहना तो पूरा फोटो के साथ दिया. So you can't deny it now. There. So now one beautiful PPT I wanted to show. Karma is your teacher. Yeah, nice video. I just downloaded that. Person is talking to God, why suffering come in my life? And God is saying, of course, I love you unconditionally. And person says, I was confused because I was suffering. Whether Lord God, you love me or not? Why you allow the suffering to happen? How this is love? How can you love someone at the same time make their life difficult? That's quite possible. Love comes in many ways. And he asked me a question. What do you do when you are sitting in a chair and you become uncomfortable? I move to another position. And sometimes I need to move you to another position. So I make your life a little uncomfortable. So when I do this, you start thinking. And then you call me up. And then you put me on the spot by asking me embarrassing questions. Then I ask, is suffering the only way to learn life lessons? No, he said, there's another better way. What is that better way? There are many sacred texts to guide you. If you follow the Vedas, no suffering will come. If we don't live a life according to the Vedas, I push it. why suffering is coming is a big prerogative. I'm just trying to convince you of one simple thing. You can't be perfectly happy in this world. Okay, so what happened when I finally learned this lesson? Then you come to me and live with me forever. Then you told me the most important lesson. I want a loving relationship with you. All I want is for you to come back to me. But it was from my promise and a slow learner. But you're creating your own suffering. You're able to get the contents of the video online. Is the video understandable or you need some explanation?
Understand it.
Yes, Prabhuji. Understood.
Making sense, no?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Prabhuji, I have a question.
The question will complete the video, then it take. Every doses because I love him. You can learn much by going through difficulty. ठीक है, came back. Now God explained how He teaches. When I want to teach a tolerance, I put people in front of you that disturb you. When I want to teach you forgiveness, I send someone to hurt you. When I want to teach you compassion, I put an enemy in front of you. And then He spoke about grace. Don't think grace only means everything goes well in life. Don't think it is someone's fault when you have a problem. But people do hurtful things to me. I should blame them. No, what should do? There's really no one to blame. They're just agents of your karma. Do you blame your teeth when you bit your tongue? To be honest, sometimes I do get mad at my teeth when this happens. Yes, you always are looking for someone for something to blame. His fault, her fault, their fault, not me. I was starting to see life as a school and every event a lesson. Is the reason we keep taking birth because still have not learned our lesson. Pain is unavoidable, but suffering is optional. So everything happening to help you. There's no one to forgive. Yes, I think
Very nice.
devotees have some questions.
Very nice.
Prabhuji,
Yeah.
Prabhuji, what is the case like innocent people are getting killed in like terrorist attack? So those innocent people, is it their past karma or why they are suffering?
So now,
Why were they
one
killed?
thing is Parikshit is not telling. See, Parikshit is not telling that the bull should be that Kali should be forgiven. Parikshit is punishing Kali. So if somebody kills innocent people, then that person should be killed, not that that person is innocent. Same way, if somebody is harming you, so naturally we may not blame, but we may always seek a police protection if somebody is harming you physically, isn't it? So one has to protect himself. See, this doesn't mean that if somebody is harming you, you should not protect yourself. Somebody is harming physically, we have to protect our body, whether it is karma, our karma, or not. Right? I don't understand this point there. Now, when it comes to people killing, terrorists killing innocent people, actually, it's a duty of the government to protect innocent people. That's what Parish is saying. If I am there, how could somebody kill you over? And he is protecting you there. There you got my point. But on the other, from a philosophical angle, if you see, nothing can happen wrong to you unless it is your karma. Now, for a devotee, the karma also goes off, right? Because it is chanting the holy names, is taking shelter of Krishna. That means if anything wrong in coming in the life of a devotee, because Krishna wants to teach a lesson. So for a person who's not a devotee, the things are coming in life as a plain karma. Like he did action and karma come as it is. But when it comes in life of a devotee, it comes to teach him a lesson. And rather than learning that lesson, if we keep blaming people, we lose the lesson we're supposed to learn in our life. And what is this lesson? To become more closer to Krishna. And that's why in Bhagavatam, in Brahmaji in Bhagavatam, 10th canto says a simple formula to go back home, back to God. You know, Tatyanukampa susmakshamano bhunjan evam sitam vipakam hitavagva purve vidhanamaste sadayanu sadaya bhav. That when suffering comes life of a devotee, he doesn't blame Krishna. He continues his devotional service, waiting for Lord's mercy. And such a devotee who doesn't blame the Lord or the situation while suffering life and keep performing devotional service, he hears a rightful claim to the kingdom of God. Because after this life, he goes to bed. Only price you have to pay is when suffering comes, keep continuing devotional service without blaming others. Got the point? There. So how important is this teaching? एंड हम सब लोग यही सफरिंग से जीवन में गुजरते हैं, कुछ ना कुछ परेशानी को लेके उसके बारे में सोचने से हमारे जीवन में कोलाहल मचा रहता है. बट इफ वी अंडरस्टैंड दिस प्रिंसिपल एज हिस्से करके, सी see, I've seen my life, our own karma comes back. Many incidences I've seen in life. If somewhere we have done something wrong to somebody, then only it comes back. Like in my childhood, my one friend was there, used to go. His father used to trouble his elder brother because elder brother was little thoda sanky type. So he took the property of the elder brother, troubled the elder brother. Now after 20 years, his son grown up and he doesn't give any money to his father now. So karma coming back on. So in Kali Yuga, you get a karma even in the same life, right? It doesn't there. See this one justice, one of a chief of one great judge, a lawyer. He gave a speech in Odisha College, one college in Bhubaneswar, and he told when he went to Jagannath Puri temple, there was one person, leper came, said, advocate ji, जो आप पहचानते हो, हाँ मैंने आपको एक केस में बचाया था. तो बोले आपने तो केस से बचा लिया, लेकिन भगवान के केस में मैं फंस गया, मुझको लेप्रोसी हो गया. So then he was telling, you may escape the state law, but you cannot escape the God's law. Whatever done. So हमारे जीवन में जो परेशानी आ रही है वो हमारे करने के कारण आ रही है, लेकिन भगवान क्यों दे रहे हैं इसको? क्योंकि वो मेंटालिटी है, वो पाप करने की प्रवृत्ति अभी तक नहीं गई है, उस प्रवृत्ति को निकालने के लिए भगवान हमको परेशानी दे रहे हैं, इसलिए सफरिंग आ रही है. बट देन रादर देन ब्लेमिंग पीपल, वी लर्न अ लेसन, वी गो अहेड एंड लाइफ. At the same time, if somebody is troubling, you have a right to protection. You got my point? It's not because जीवन की रक्षा करना हमारा धर्म है, लेकिन दूसरों को ब्लेम करना हमारा धर्म नहीं है कि हम वी गोइंग टू टिट फॉर टैट, राइट? इसने मेरे को एक मारा, उसको दो मारूंगा. So that tit for tat increases our karma. So we don't have to go to this tit for tat business. See, whole war is about tit for tat only ना. उसने हमारे 5 मारे, हम उसके 10 मारेंगे. उसने 10 मारे, हम तुम्हारे 20 मारेंगे. तो 20 मारे, हम तुम्हारे सब उड़ा देंगे. That's how the it goes, and nobody benefits with it. Though it is duty of the king to save citizens from terrorists. So what the government is doing, killing the terrorists, is very good because it is government's duty to protect innocent people from the onslaught of the terrorists. Whether it's a karma or not is another secondary thing. But government has to do is dharma there. But that is also true. If anybody is getting any harm or anything, it is their reaction alone. Karmic reactions only coming to them. For example, tsunami happened. Some people are about to go to that place, but they couldn't go. Their flight got missed. They could not go there, and something or other happened. So their life was saved there. And some people were not supposed to be there. They went over there. तो जिसको मरना था वही वहां जाएगा, जिसका समय आ गया है. Innocent people, and even tsunami came. Not that everybody will die. कोई तो कहीं फंस गया होगा, कोई रह गया होगा. So unless karma has come, person will not die. Like for example, plane crash happened. Not that everybody will die. Some people still they get saved. You will see. तो जिसका कर्मा होता है, according to karma only people receive the things in life. But that's how we learn to deal the karma. We can go ahead in life and make spiritual progress. So any more question upon this before I go further ahead? Like for another thing to see, if we see God's hand in the suffering coming, we can take it. For example, a child goes to, एक बच्चा जो है डॉक्टर के जाता है इंजेक्शन देने के लिए. डॉक्टर इतना बड़ा इंजेक्शन लेके आता है, बच्चा डरता है, लेकिन मदर होल्ड करी, बेटा बेटा नहीं, मदर मुंह में चॉकलेट दे रही है और डॉक्टर इंजेक्शन दे देता है, हो जाता है. बट पेरेंट्स नहीं होता, बच्चा बहुत चिल्लाता है, चिल्लाते हैं. So when you see parent, हाँ ठीक है डॉक्टर इंजेक्शन दे रहा है पर मम्मी करवा रही है तो कुछ ना कुछ तो अच्छा ही रहेगा, तो बच्चा टॉलरेट कर लेता है उस इंजेक्शन के पेन को. बट ही डजंट सी पैरेंट इतना सुअर लेके आ गया है ना, घुसा रहा है ना, You get the point? And so sufferings are like that injection only for us. The injection is for our good or bad. But how many of us want injection? We fear injection. Syringe आएगा, वो करेगा. But sometimes you have to go through that pains of injection, and it's good for you, so you don't resent. Hey, मुझे डॉक्टर इंजेक्शन मार के चला गया, उसका मुंह तोड़ दूंगा. We don't say like that because we know it is good for us. So when we understand the situations in life are there to grow us in life, we don't blame the people who are giving the there, and that way we could be so peaceful in our life. We could be so peaceful in our life because of that, and it makes so much of sense. It makes so much of thing, and this one simple thing we are not able to learn, then life becomes a mess. Life becomes difficult. And dharma, that's why I said it. I don't know. And Parikshit is, see, dharma, one way dharma should have said, it's Lord wish that Kali is coming, and then it's all happening. There. But he got confused due to the age of Kali Yuga also. He couldn't understand. But Parikshit is glorifying him that you are the knower of dharma, that you're not blaming the perpetrator of your thing, you're taking it a responsibility, it's my own duty. पर हम अगर हम उसे बोलते हैं ना कि ये कर रहा है, which instance is, see, somebody is troubling you, you have a right to seek protection from the government, and right is not that there. Somebody is attacking, you have a right to protect the country, but keep blaming people for our suffering and not take responsibility, then we don't learn a lesson and we don't move ahead, and we create further karma. For example, one story comes, one person killed a person in the family. So he put that person in the jail also. But he went in the jail and said, I forgive you. I don't hold any resentment. So why put in the jail? Otherwise he will kill some other person. To protect other person, he put in jail. But not out of resentment, out of duty. So you should not have a resentment on anybody who has done any bad to us. That's the whole point. Practically, we may take action as a matter of duty, whatever we do, but we don't hold resentment upon people, and that is something very, very important. Don't get into blame game. There is no end to it. इसकी वजह से मैं परेशान हूँ, इसके वजह से हुआ, and life was very challenging because of that, and that's what the Parikshit is saying here. So finally, Parikshit started to punish Kali. And Kali is very intelligent. You know what did Kali did? He took shelter of Maharaj Parikshit. And the king was willing to kill him. He at once abandoned the king of address. Under pressure of fear, completely surrendered to him, bowing his head. Maharaj Parikshit did not kill the poor, surrender, and fallen Kali, but smiled compassionately, for he was kind to the poor. The king thus said, since you have surrendered yourself with folded hand, you need not fear for your life, but you cannot remain in my kingdom, because you're the friend of invasion. If the personality of Kali is allowed to act as a man god or executive head, certain illegal principles like greed, falsehood, robbery, incivility, treachery, misfortune, cheating, quarrel, and vanity will abound. Therefore, friend of a religion, you do not deserve to remain in a place where experts perform sacrifices according to truth and religious principle for the satisfaction of Supreme Personality of God. The person of Kali, thus being ordered by my person, began to tremble and fear. And Kali spoke to the king. Oh, I may live anywhere, but I see with you a bow and arrow. Therefore, please fix some place for me. I can live permanently. And Parikshit gave a place to Kali. And what place he gave? Okay. To reside in place where gambling, drinking, prostitution, animal slaughter are performed. Therefore, in ISKCON, when you come, what 4 principles we learned is? No gambling, no intoxication, no illicit sex, and no meat eating. So these are the 4 places where Kali lives. Then Kali said, अरे आपके राज्य में तो 4 चीज होती नहीं, फिर क्या करूं? तो परीक्षित बोलते ठीक है, अभी gold जहां पर वहां चलेगा. Where is gold? So when further Kali back, the king getting permission to leave where there is gold. Well, wherever there is gold, there is also falsity, intoxication, lust, and the envy. Till the percent of Kali by the direction of Manav are allowed to live in those 5 places. That means people have access money. That will lead to the infiltration of Kali. And you see families who have access or all these bad habits, they will not be able to do dharma when excess money comes. How many have experienced that? People have money, but they are very unhappy. Because of the same money there, our family members are killing each other for the property and things. So life becomes more unhappy. It's due to the Kali. So therefore, whatever excess money we should use, give in charity to Krishna. So what Parikshit did? Whatever excess gold in the kingdom, he used it for glorifying Shri Krishna. So Kali was left with no place. There. Parikshit was allowed to live in those places. And that's why we should follow strictly this four red principles. No gambling, no drinking, no prostitution, none sort of. So that was a Kali place. So Kali could not find any place. When Mother Earth saw that in Kali's absence, Dharma's life was restored, and that he was happy again, she felt joyful. Thus everyone on earth lived happily after both materially and spiritually. Because she can imagine, in Parikshit's age, nobody was drinking liquor, no intoxication, no gambling, no meat eating, no prostitution. That was a powerful administration of connection. And it said, Tapashacha. So identify bull as none other than dharma. And he said that your one leg is being he identified. Your one leg is in broken. Only truth is remaining. Others are gone. So can establish law legs of bull and improve situation of earth. And you are able to perform sacrifice because of Parikshit expert administration and patronage. And thus how the chapter ends. Now a question may come. Now, why did Parikshit give even those places to Kali? He should have killed only Kali, na? It says he saw one good quality, which I will answer in the next session of Kali Yuga. Right? So we wait for the next session to answer this quality. And here we saw today and also the next chapter talk about how Parikshit was cursed in renouncing the kingdom, and it leads to Srimad Bhagavatam. So whole 18th and 19th chapter are upon that. There. Okay, now the time for questions. Any questions what you have, we can discuss. Okay, I'll send a video in the group. If there is a question, you can ask it also so that others hear it. You're talking about revenge. Keshav Prabhu, you have a question, right? Revenge in the movies. So what kind of revenge you talk about? His voice is not coming. Your voice is not coming.
Can you hear me now, bro?
Now your voice is coming. Yeah.
Yeah, they show in like we've seen a lot of movies that where they heavily discuss about how they emotionally get attached to the whoever is the protagonist of the movie, and then they show the whole revenge concept. They don't even believe the government, and so how do we understand that, bro? Like, is it, like what's the right part there?
That is one thing. I don't watch the movies and suggest others not to watch the
I
movies.
mean, of course, that's different. But how do we differentiate that? Definitely, we should not. I'm sorry, but just confirming. Like, how do we understand the defense part there, and how do we?
See, one thing is, movies will show those emotions what sells the best. So people have revengeful nature and they glorify it, so people see it. See, the whole culture is spoiled. Our Indian culture is spoiled by the TV serials and movies. If you know, see, 50 years back or 70 years back, you find women dressed very properly, the people spoke very proper language. But due to watching movies and thing, all this Western culture is coming. So you have to understand, the more we watch this TV serials and movies, we're degrading our values. You get the point. But the scripture says the revengeful mood is not good. See, even Lord Ram, when he killed Ravana, Vibhishan was not going to do Antim Sanskar also. But Lord Ram said no. With the end of this person, our enmity also gone. Now you do Antim Sanskar. So Lord Ram did not wave any hatred towards Ravana also. Yeah. So Jagdish Pure, in case of terrorist killing innocent people, why we should not blame the terrorists? See, this is misapplying the one. Now, see, it is now as a government, like Parikshit is he punishing Kali or not? What do you say? Because that is Parikshit's duty to find out who is the culprit and kill them.
Yes, duty of Parikshit.
So government is doing their duty or not? See, those whose husband are killing, they are not crossing the border and killing the terrorists. It is a government's duty to protect the innocent citizen, and government is doing that. That's what Parikshit is doing. See, that is why misapplied compassion we say, na. प्रीवियसली टेररिस्ट पकड़े जाते थे, उसको जेल में रखते थे, केस चलता था, इसको छुड़ाने के लिए एक एरोप्लेन हाईजैक होता था और इनोसेंट लोग जाते थे. दिस कॉल्ड मिसअप्लाइड नॉन वायलेंस. Proper say nonsense, non-violence. There. You get the point there. See, it is from the point of view of a person who is being harmed, he should not keep resentment for anybody. But what the right duty should be done. Now, even the people whose husbands were killed, they should report to the government, because this terrorist will kill other husbands of other women, isn't it? As a duty.
So they can blame, right? Like terrorist is the cause of the suffering.
See, there are two different things. Now, who killed their husband? Terrorists. Now, why only their husbands are killed? Karma was there.
Karma.
Right. Now terrorists have killed their husband. Now, if these terrorists are opening, will they kill somebody else's husband also or no?
Yes.
So should this terrorist be
Punished.
put in the jail or be killed or not?
Yes.
So that is the dharma at that point of time, to make that person think. Are you able to understand?
Yes.
But they should not keep resentment in their heart that terrorists resentment towards a terrorist. Are you able to find?
Clear. Thank you.
So dharma is very subtle to understand. Now, but in our life, you will see, most of the time, nobody will kill us. People will insult us. But we keep a lot of grudge. That you should not take very seriously. Understand, was your bad karma, people insulted you, and go ahead and die. You get the point. You don't have somebody insulted you. You don't have to. It is not your duty to say usko sikhana padega sabak. You get the point. But when the purpose of killing terrorism is coming, it's our duty to stop it. To stop them. Yes. Riyama.
Yes, Prabhuji. My question was that we listen so many times, like we read so in so many places that we should take each and every suffering as a kripa mercy of the Lord. But this thing does not go into our minds. Like, what should we do about it? Some practical way.
Yeah, it's very difficult. Unless you become advanced in spiritual life, it's very difficult.
So what can we do about
there
it,
is no
Prabhuji? Because
chance.
yes.
So two things you should do.
Okay.
You should chant Hare Krishna very sincerely.
Okay.
And hear Bhagavatam every day.
Okay, Prabhuji. Okay.
Then this will sit in our consciousness and serve the devotees.
Okay.
The three things you do: chant the holy names nicely, serve the devotees, hear Srimad Bhagavatam. Then this consciousness will come. And serve those devotees who are also blameless.
Okay.
You're
Okay.
not blaming others for their suffering. Then you will get that quality. That's what the Bhagavatam talks about.
Okay, okay. And one more question was there, Prabhuji, that Sankhya philosophy you talked about, Lord Kapilas. So, like, I didn't understand like why that philosophy is different. Like, why is it not named just Bhakti Yoga? Because like it's very similar to Bhakti. It talks about the
No,
same
no, no,
things.
no. Lord Kapila Sankhya is Bhakti Yoga
Okay,
in the
okay,
third
okay,
canto.
okay,
There is
okay.
another Sankhya, but sometimes
Hmm.
Sankhya is not connected with Bhakti, only talk about Sankhya. So that's why it becomes revolutionary.
Okay, 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 Prabhuji. Understood. Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Yes, parts of it.
Pranam Prabhuji. My question was how blaming perpetrator is also bad for us.
See,
It should actually be ignored,
I gave
as
I
who is
gave the
saying.
example. I gave the example of postman. Right? If you blame the postman, slap the postman, is it good or bad?
It's bad.
Same way. So when you are blaming the perpetrator, he's an instrument of your karma. He's not causing you. He's just becoming an instrument to give you your own karma back to you.
So do we get any do we suffer a lot if we are blaming a perpetrator? Do we have to?
You create a further yes. Suppose postman comes, you slap him. Will you get some reaction to it or
Do we
not?
have
What
to
do you
suffer gravely, or
No. My simple question is: suppose postman brings a fine for you. You slap the postman or abuse the postman. Will you get some reaction to it or not?
We will get.
we will get reaction?
That's the point. So perpetrator is an instrument of our karma. And that's why you see whole life goes on people blaming. तुमने मेरे साथ ये किया, तुमने मेरे साथ ये किया. This blame is this blame this blame this, and just keep on multiplying. And there's no end to it. Like एक ने
Thank
एक चाटा
you.
मारा, उसने दो चाटा मारा, फिर उसने चार मारा, फिर उसने आठ मारा, and fight keeps on increasing. There is no end to it. Even husband-wife relationship, right? तुमने मेरे साथ ये किया, फिर तुमने मेरे साथ ये किया, तुमने मेरे साथ ये किया, and keep always nicking so much problems. Ego battles and family members. We keep counting 10 साल पहले उसने मेरे साथ ऐसा किया था. And you're so unpeaceful at our heart. That's why forgiveness is a very important quality.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
And that is why family life teaches a lot of lessons. Family life, see, nowadays, the people don't want to get family life. They want to remain free birds. But purification doesn't happen that way. But when you get into the ties of family lives, you have to learn a lot of forgiveness, tolerance there. And you learn so many lessons with that. There, it's not easy. It has its own purification there. See, either one should be brahmachari under the guru, or one should be in the family. One should not live independently with it there. So generally, Prabhupada said that brahmachari, if somebody's a brahmachari is good, but Prabhupada wanted all the girls in the moment to get married there, because that's how the purification happens. One has to learn these qualities for a period of time with it. There. And if a devotee boy and a devotee girl they are there, then they transcend the differences and to their life for serving Krishna. In Kali Yuga, thinking bad doesn't give bad karma, but in other ages it do. Okay, so I think it's 9:15. Thank you so much for coming, and maybe we'll have something special. The next two classes will have something special, so please wait for it. So a lot of things to do. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Prabhupada ki.